Hey guys, Old Beater Cars Workshop. Well, here's an update on the line painter truck I've been working on. But to show a little update video on it. It's about 90. That's about 90. Well, about 95% done. So I have a few little things to do on it yet, a little touch-up things to do on it. But my friend Tim, the customer who wants this truck here, um, he's been really bugging me, and also my coworkers too, been bugging me too, but to see uh, this truck. So, anyways, here's a little update on it. You know, it. The thing is, I only had uh, basically, one picture to deal, like one picture to look at to compare notes to, and it was kind of a old picture. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what everything was. So I had to look around on the internet and trying to find, mix and match what truck was supposed to be like, right? Um, So I got it. I got the truck probably. I think it's about roughly about about like 95% accurate. So the rest of it I had to go along with it because I only had one side picture to work with. So it was kind of uh, like well, this is what we got. This is what I'm going to use, right? So I talked back and forth and such, and got as much information as I could get my hands on. So anyway, we'll like like this truck. It's a fairly, it's well detailed and everything, but it's fragile and all the same thing, right? So basically, when I take this thing to work, they're gonna put it on a shelf there, and it's gonna be for visual. And I mean, it still have to do a little bit more tweaking on it to get it look perfect, but it is getting there. So yeah, so but lots and lots of hours have gone into this build here, tons of it. So here are the sprayers down here. Sprayers down here. There's of course when you're going, of course these trucks of course this plate here have some lines in here is not accurate because uh, basically between the lines is over 8 feet. I forget what the hell it is now. I think it's over 8 foot wide in the between the lines. So this is not very accurate model here of this here. So, but yeah, so there's the sprayers back there, and I got cones on the truck. Um, I had to make my own cones using a cap out of, or here's a cap from a silicone bottle. So we had to use, and I made a casting of it, and they're all resin. So turned out pretty good. Got a whole bunch of cones on there. The side ladder here. This is actually a generator in here. Get a little pointer. This is a generator. Would have been to power the painting system because obviously these trucks didn't have enough hydraulics to do this kind of stuff. So you had a separate generator. It was an engine. There's an engine in here, and the generator, and there's your propane tanks. You have to heat up the paint if it was cold. So and there's these tanks are split. It was half of it was white, half of it was yellow, and the caps were color coded to what the paint was. The agitating system on the inside, you agitate the paint to keep it from hardening, gelling, and also because it had a mixed, of course, they would add thinners and glass beads and such to everything was all mixed in. So you spray it down, you got your paint application right. There's a little hut back here, the control tower. So there's be a couple of people in here, and be what if they were painting like one line at a time or two lines, one white, one yellow, be two guys right on the back. So they'd be having that they could be monitoring it and such. And there's little control valves and stuff in there, and it's kind of a hard time with the camera to do that, post that in there. I have little gauges and stuff in there. I don't think I'd be able to show that to you guys in there. Just Of course, the guys at work would probably have to stick little cameras in there or look at detail, but I mean, it's highly detailed on the inside. Got seats in there and such, and there's a window in the front here, and you'd be looking forward. Also, a window in the back. I'm gonna take my camera off the pedestal here, so I can show you guys a little bit more. So, but yeah, this project here is gonna go along with this truck here too, and I'll talk about that in here in a minute. Yeah, so there's that there. With the lighter back there, and it has a pinto. Sorry, the light in here is not that great. Where's my freaking phone now? Hold on a minute. I'll use my phone as a flashlight so you guys can see a little better. Damn messages. There, how's that? This truck here would have had a pinto hitch in the back for pulling a trailer or such, and a bit of wear and tear on the back here. You get up and out of here, and as the pictures I see, there was wear on the back here from there's a door back here, and you have to get up in here. Showed a bit of wear in there, some bare metal spots. And you get in from back here and get in the back of the truck here. There's the cones, sprayers are all plumbed in and such. I mean, I did the best I could with what I had for information, right? So, and to find this stuff online is really not much of this particular kind of truck anyway. So, the sign in the back. I was going to be putting a different kind of sign in the back there. I would say like painting, stay back with caution and such, but my label maker wasn't working, so I had to put up this little sign here, and it works just fine for that. So would have flashing lights on there, and you see the little lights in there that would have flashing lights on there. So I don't know if you guys can see. Too bright, but there's levers in there and such, and I'm gonna try to get the camera in there so you can see in there, but I'm gonna see if I can get the camera angled in there. So you've got control valves in there with control valves and gauges and such in there. Yeah, so, and there's hoses here that would come into the, I have to do a little bit of detailing on there yet. I see some paint spots there, should be painting that there too. And would come lines from the tank to the cab back here, and then these guys would press their gauges and their valves to get the paint and everything to come out the nozzles. So, yeah, very intricate and very interesting build. So I did build the this part up here a little bit overkill on here, but I didn't have the right exact materials to make this here, so it's a bit overkill on the this arm here, but it works. So I'm pretty happy with it. So all right, so put that there. So I'm gonna put you back on the pedestal here. Yeah, so it's you know, been a very interesting build, very long build to build it, and you know, these things take time. So I'm just getting more and more fussy with old age or something. I don't know. Things are just taking more time to do, I guess. But yeah, so something I'm adding to. Now this is something they had way back when too. Sometimes they would have a truck in the back. Um, like well, they do now. They even too, right? They have a truck in the back with an arrow to be pointing vehicles into the next lane, right? If they were a double lane, of course. And just you basically have to go around it because this line painter is going down the road. It's not going to move till cars go by, so it'll be a vehicle in the back and the front, and the it'd be a truck or a car. At that time, it would be maybe a van. This application would be a van here, and and the would have a directional sign in the back, or caution to stay back and such, and the direction vehicles around the machine, right? And they use the same kind of system today anyway. I've done my fair share of sitting in the truck while my coworker been mowing and such, and I've done my share of that sitting in the truck, directing traffic around the equipment, right? So the van here we're having here is it's going to be like a traffic directing van too, but also they also had a van too that actually was did painting itself too. So I don't have another van kit like this in my stash anymore. I've built so many of them. So this one here I'm going to rebuild, and I'm going to paint it yellow or orange. Paint it orange, and I'm going to be cutting the back of it off because from I talked to a couple old guys that were actually from back when from work on the house department. I actually got their phone numbers, and I was talking to some of these old guys. And see, back when from the 70s, which this model is kind of based in the 70s anyway. I mean, 70s or late 80s. And they told me that they had a van that was actually specially made for doing line painting as well. So, I mean, just for doing extra work. And so I'll be custom making this van here, so I've got to cut it and such. And of course, there was a 2-wheel drive, 3/4 ton, specially made for painting and also for directing traffic. So yeah, pretty interesting. So anyways, stay tuned for that for updates on that project there too. So anyways, we can say that the main line painter truck is done for now. There's a few little detail things I need to do on it, but like I said, it's about 95% done, and it's fun. A really fun project, and it's going to a good home. So I'm pretty sure that my bosses will probably be giving me more projects to do in the future, and I say bring them on. I need pictures. So it's kind of hard to be guessing at everything. So, but yeah. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates on line painter trucks. All right. Bye for now.